You've probably seen everything in Minecraft at this point. Simple starter mega bases, 1000 days hardcore, even elaborate mini-games featuring deadly mobs like the Warden. But unlike professional YouTubers, you don't have a spare 40 to 50 hours a week to play Minecraft. If so, this is the series for you. I'm Josh Gets Lost, and 30 minutes a day will be a series dedicated to you, the average person whose life is filled with work or school or music or sports or family and friends, but who still loves or wants to learn how to play Minecraft. No hours of replay footage condensed into time lapses, no crazy off-camera grind sessions, just me, a normal guy who likes Minecraft, inviting you to get lost with me as we make our own Minecraft worlds for just 30 minutes a day. So let's get going, because the countdown has already begun. All right, here we go. This is the main menu of Minecraft. And you'll see here a few different options. You have single player, multiplayer, Realms, which is a paid way to connect with other players online. If you're on Bedrock Edition, or for example on like a PlayStation or a Nintendo Switch, or using the Windows version of Minecraft, which is Bedrock Edition, you'll see some different stuff here at the start, but that's okay. This is Java Edition, and we're going to go to single player. Now, when you get to single player, if you have created worlds, you will see all of them. But today we're going to create a new world. And you would come in here. I highly recommend that you pick a unique name for your world. As you saw there, if you get a crazy list going, if you just name it New World every time, it's going to be a little confusing if you ever want to go back and revisit those worlds for any reason. This is the 30 minutes of day Minecraft video series. And so I'm going to name my world 30 minutes a day. Game mode, survival. There's a few different options here. Hardcore is for basically creating a world where if you die, you are locked out and cannot play that world anymore. You can only view it, which is very popular. I've done that on a couple worlds. I've actually done two. The first one I died about an hour and a half in, and the second one I was able to actually beat the game and get to sort of the end game on there, and maybe I'll revisit that someday, but just a little fun project I had to prove to myself that I could do it. But the other option here is creative, which basically is a world where you have unlimited resources. You cannot be harmed by creatures or mobs or your own stupidity. And it's a great way if you just like building and just want to have fun with that part of Minecraft. Creative is a great thing to do. I'm going to do survival. Difficulty, I'm going to set to hard. That's specifically because of a later issue that happens with villagers. But for now, I just want to leave that on hard because that's what I'm used to playing on. And I've actually played, even on the SMPs I was on, I've played on a hard difficulty since the beginning. Allow cheats. I'm going to go ahead for myself and leave this on just because as I record stuff, or maybe there's some things in the future I want to show you guys that use the commands and other things. I want to have that available for you to be able to see how that can work. If you don't want it on, just turn it off. The second page is the world. World type is default. This is the world that gives you basically kind of the mirror image of planet Earth almost, with different biomes, those kind of things. Super flat is just basically a giant world with a very small, thin layer of dirt and stone, and is completely flat. A lot of people like this for building. They will combine creative with the super flat world and just really have a great space to just build things and not worry about, you know, mountains and oceans and things being in the way. And some people play this as a challenge to see if they can actually beat the game and do all sorts of interesting things in a super flat world. Large biomes just basically makes every biome of the world extra large. We don't really need that. Amplified makes everything in the world extra tall. So that's something you could play. But in recent years, the terrain generation in Minecraft has gotten very tall as it is. So I don't really see any need for that. So we're not going to do single biome either. So if you just wanted a completely desert world, for example, you could have a world that's all desert. It could be your own Tatooine if you're a Star Wars fan. I don't recommend that though. The variety of biomes is one of the funner parts of the game, I think. So we're going to go to default here. You can leave this blank and get a random seed. One of the ways to find a world you want to play in is just actually to start a new world, do a random seed, or type in some funny phrases that you know. It'll take numbers, it'll take letters. In fact, if we go out here, whatever this phrase is that's on your start screen, for example, kiss the sky, is also a world that you can generate in the thing. So let's go back. I forgot that it completely starts us over. 30 minutes a day. Survival, we want to go hard. We're going to do cheats so that way you guys can see commands if I need to use them in the future. If you don't set this at the beginning, you cannot activate it later unless you do some tricks. So that's a good thing to know. If you're playing hardcore, you cannot use it at all because it's hardcore. You either die or you live. World type, we're back here. For our series though, I have already done some random seed generation and looked around for a spawn area that I like, and I'm going to talk about that once we pop into the world. And that is the number right there of the seed. It's also going to be in the description of the video below, so you can easily copy and paste instead of trying to copy all these numbers from your screen. So if you want to play along, there's the seed right from the beginning. There we go. Generate structures. Yes, we definitely want our villages and shipwrecks and all those fun things in the world. We do not want a bonus chest. I've never played with one of those. I honestly don't know what's in them. I think it's, from what I've heard though, it's just some starter tools and things like that. Game rules. This is something I do want to visit because there's one game rule in particular that I always change. It is down here. If you're playing with other people, like say you're wanting to play in this world together, maybe over the Wi-Fi or your internet with your family, one of the things I would change is sleep percentage. I would set this to 0. You can always do this in commands later, but if you set it to 0, it basically means if one person sleeps, it will turn night to day, which is very important for Minecraft. But if it's 100, that means every single person who's active must sleep. And for Bedrock players, if you're playing on Bedrock, you actually just got this feature to change this in the newest update. So I highly suggest you take advantage of that because it can be very frustrating if your friend or your family member is out wandering on the ocean and it's nighttime and you're in your base surrounded by dark forests, that you're able to sleep and turn night to day, even if your teammate is not in a spot to do that. So we're just gonna leave that for that because I'm the only one I plan on playing in this world for myself. Let's go down. There's a bunch of different stuff here. You can read more about those. Tempted to get rid of pillager patrols and wandering traders, but I won't. But the main thing I want to stop here is this run right here, update fire, or you'll often hear this referred to as fire tick because that's the command. We're going to turn that off because I like to build stuff. I don't want to worry about fires, especially if I use a fire in a build, make a cool fireplace and whatnot. I don't want to worry about it setting my house on fire or just every single village that you walk by that's near a lava pit somehow starting on fire and burning down. So we are going to get rid of that. And you can see all the rest of these there, but that is pretty much what we need. Experiments. This is something that is, these are things that they are experimenting with. There's actually a huge update right now that they're testing out for villager trades. And in this world, I'm actually going to avoid trading with villagers for quite a while to see kind of what they're going to do with this in the future, because I'd rather do it on the new system if they're able to update that fairly soon. If not, I'll use the old system because I love it. And I'm going to be a little sad to see it go, but I'm just going to leave that off for now because I don't know if none of these are final and there's no sense in showing you guys a bunch of stuff that's not even in the game and then is going to get taken out and changed anyways before they release it fully anyways. I do, however, want to turn on bundles because I've played with those on a couple of the worlds that I've played in, and they are really convenient to have. They're not the most amazing thing, but they're really good, especially for early games. So if I can get one of those, that would be awesome. All right. Data packs, that's something else you can add. I may, in the later weeks of this series, show you guys some data packs that some of those I use and will use in the future for just making the display a little easier for you guys to follow. But for now, that's good. So we've got our seed, we've got our game, we've got the name, survival, hard. All right, we are 10 minutes in. It's time to start our world. This is always the fun part, watching the world generate. So this series is really meant to be kind of a throwback to the old era of Minecraft Let's Plays, where somebody would just be in a world and playing and show you guys what they're doing. Everyone's doing the gigantic mega builds. Everyone's doing those things. But most players don't have 20, 30 hours a week to spend on Minecraft. They're playing after work. They're playing after school. They are spending time with their families. And so for some of you guys, this might be a great series that you can play along with that will have regular content, but also be manageable and not move too far ahead of where you're at and the time that you have. All right, so this spawn I really loved, and I already broke the first thing I said I was going to do, but we're going to approximately do it here, which was we're going to hit F3. This brings up a whole bunch of information, and depending on your the size of the words on here, you can see different things. But right up there on the top left, we have some coordinates, specifically XYZ, -5. Our height is 72, and the Z coordinate is 26. So 5 and 26, we're pretty close to 0, 0. That is always nice to know. But just in case I forget, I'm going to hit F2 and take a screenshot of that information. I also, in the meantime, hit F1, which, if you like taking pictures, just removes all the user interface stuff from your screen. All right. So the first thing in Minecraft you want to do is, get a little good look at your surroundings. We've got some beautiful snow. It looks like we have some ocean over there, and I don't have my zoom button on, so we'll be adding that later. And that's going to be awesome. I love snow and I love ocean, but more importantly, we have trees. We have some trees up here. The first things you want to worry about are tools, food, and shelter. The shelter can be either a full defensive house, or it can be something as simple as getting a bed before the first night. Because if you can sleep, you can keep it from becoming night and really kind of have a safe area, even if you don't have walls around your house right at the start. So holding the left mouse button here, I am punching trees, and I've got all my logs there. I'm going to put these in the crafting interface. I'm going to hit that button because I love seeing that stuff. I'm going to turn these all to planks, and then I'm going to get a crafting table, and I'm going to get 2 things of sticks, which you can form just by doing that to get sticks, but I just sometimes click there because it's faster for me to do it that way. So now we're going to put that down, and with that, we're going to make our first tool of the world, which is a wooden pickaxe. And this is actually, and realistically, the only wooden tool you'll need. Obviously, it's going to be a little slow here to break that, but I want to take it with me so I don't have to make another one. All right, we have got cows. We have got sheep. Now, the sheep are very important, but before I get sheep, I want to get some stone. And we are here right at the surface. We have stone all over the place, which is awesome. So we're going to just start getting some stone because stone tools are so much better than wooden tools. And really, a wooden pickaxe is the only stone or only wooden tool that you'll need for the most part, because you need it to get stone. But once you have stone, then you can just get more stone tools and begin to prepare your world. So let's get some stone here. I've got 15. Perfect. Let's put this down. If for some reason you don't have exposed stone in your world, we're going to get an axe. You don't really need a sword, probably. I'm going to get a shovel. We do have a lot of dirt. And last but not least, I'm just going to click this button to show the green check mark. And this is all the stuff that I can make in the crafting table with my current inventory that I have here. And I'm going to make a furnace because hopefully we'll be getting some food soon to eat. So let me chop that up. And let's go do one thing, which is grab this blue flower. Why this blue flower? Well, blue flowers, aka the cornflower, if you put it in your little interface, crafting interface there, becomes blue dye. And we are going to get a bed, and some Minecrafters swear by red beds. Not me. I like blue beds. Light blue is the best, but other options are here. So what we want to do is we're going to kill a sheep, actually probably kill 3 sheep depending on the wool that we get. But we want to get sheep that are the same color. So you, Mr. Baba Black Sheep, you are safe for the moment, because I don't want to spend time looking for 2 more black sheep when I already see another white sheep way up here on the hill. Ooh, we also have pumpkins. That is very good. This is a great spawn. Wait, do you guys see it? I'll zoom in on the edit. I can see the top of a tree. That looks like cherry up there. That might be where we go in our second session once we get our bed and other things going here. Excuse me. Now, before you go too crazy, killing everything on site. So bed is 3 planks across, 3 wool across. The wool has to be of the same color. That's why I only went for the white sheep. Grab that, and now I have a bed. But this is a recent change in the last few months. Put the dye with the bed. Now I've got my blue bed, and we are going to be good to go. So we're actually going to head back over here. I'm going to grab these pumpkins. And we also picked up some seed. And seeds you can pick up just from breaking the grass that's on the ground. Kind of weird, especially because these seeds will turn into wheat. And so they were grass, and you broke grass, and now they're wheat somehow magically. But hey, don't argue with it. That is Minecraft. Now, some people will run off from their spawn area. Maybe it's very boring, or maybe it's like in the middle of a forest, and you definitely don't want to spend too much time there. That's all right. We are going to put this down here, and I have gotten some raw mutton from our sheep. And I'm going to begin to cook it while I wait. And so I can actually use that leftover wooden pick that I don't need anymore. I guess I could have kept it as like a memory, but I'm going to cook it, and I'm going to get my first food of this world. Need it. And you can see there on the bottom, on the left, I have my hearts, which is my health. And on the right, I have my corn dogs, or chicken legs, or whatever you think they are, drumsticks. Those are our hunger points. And the way it works in Minecraft is if you take damage, you will start losing hearts. And to heal your hearts, you have to have full hunger, and it will heal for you. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to look for this block right here, which is awesome that it's right here on the surface for us. This, let's grab it, is coal. And coal is going to be very good for us. We can use it to cook. We can also use it to make torches, which is the most common way to make lighting in Minecraft. Because, yes, we could sleep and keep it day as much as we wanted up here on the surface, but eventually, much to my chagrin, I will have to go mining down in the surface of the earth. And when we go down into caves or make our own mine down into the world, we will have to light it up as we go, or dangerous creatures will get us. Now, 1 coal will usually burn 8 things, so I'm going to be a little ahead of that right there. But that is all right. We can watch that. We get some more food, and let's see. We need more wood. So I'm gonna go chop some more wood, and we will be back down here shortly. So we're working on our food. We've got an immediate source of food in our. We got our first sapling left over from earlier. An oak sapling, and those are great. They fall after you chop all the logs of a tree. If the leaves are not connected too much to another tree, they will begin to fall. And if they're a certain distance away from another tree, they will fall. And sometimes they will fall and leave sticks, and sometimes they will fall and leave saplings. And saplings are useful because they're going to be trees that are in this world in different biomes. that we will want to collect and use for building and other things. And those trees we won't have super close all the time like we have here with this oak and with this weird looking, some people call this the Dalmatian tree or the cow tree. This is the birch tree. I think most people in Minecraft have kind of a love-hate relationship with the birch tree. There's a sapling right there. The love is when it's in this log form. To be honest, it's kind of ugly. It's hard to make it go with other blocks in builds and stuff. But when you turn it into planks, it has a very nice, very light color, and it makes for some good building. As you can see, the sun is beginning to go to bed, and so must we. So we can actually do that. We're going to go ahead and come down here near our little spot. And it's almost night. You can usually about when you start seeing the first stars in Java Edition is when you can begin sleeping. And we've gotten the advancement now, Sweet Dreams, which is awesome. So we have slept through our first night, which is a huge thing. Making it through the first night in Minecraft is always the hardest thing. One of the ways to make it through the first night is to find a bed, find some sheep, and sleep. The other ways are to build a shelter and work inside your shelter during that time. The other ways that you might try are taking the opportunity when it's night up here to go down into the caves and begin mining. And that way you can be able to avoid the monsters up here all over the surface and just kind of work in the small caves. So let's get our first chest of this world going. Chest is made, you just basically take 8 of your logs, or your planks, and put them here. These can be mixed and matched with, I could use the birch planks. I'm going to use the oak because I don't think I'll be building much with that. And I'm going to go ahead and build us 2 chests, and we're going to put these down as our first chests of the world. And some people are going to be mad at me for this. Ooh, free seeds, because I put them on 2 different things. But now we can begin to store things. So I'm going to store the birch and oak saplings, the dandelion, the wheat, the pumpkins. I'm going to store these birch planks for now. And I'm going to just keep that stone on me for the time being. And I'm going to get those as well. All right, so you can see here we've only got 3 mutton. Now I have a few choices to do. And that's going to take us some making another tool. This tool is the hoe. You can see it there. It's 2 sticks with just 2 stone, or 2 wood if you want to make a wooden hoe, or 2 other things that we haven't gotten to yet, different materials, but that's the basic shape is that. And you use a hoe to farm. Now, unfortunately, we are missing a key ingredient for farming, and that is water. One of the things with Minecraft is using the right click with the hoe. I can turn any dirt or grass block, as you see here, into farmable land. It's basically, I've tilled it, it is ready to farm. But if I was to take one of these green seeds and plant it here, it would not really grow that much because, as far as I know, unless there's something underneath the ground, there is no water nearby. And in fact, water needs to be within 4 spaces. So if you want to imagine that, 1, 2, 3, 4, this spot right here would have to be water. Otherwise, this would not get thing. It kind of works in a square, and I will show you how to set up a farm once I find out a spot that has some water. So let's go down here by the coast. This might be a little bit of a bad place for us because, as you can see here, most of our shore is very stony. But wait, this is good. One of the great things about these stony shores is obviously we got some coal here earlier. We got our stone right on the surface. But we also have this wonderful looking block that looks like it gave us some, I don't know, raw turkey or something. But this is iron. There's a lot of useful things you can do with iron. very early on. 3 pieces, though, seems like a sign that we need to make something very important. So we're going to go back over here, and we're going to craft this iron once we have smelted it. So let's put the iron in here. We're going to add a coal. I'm going to go ahead, and you don't need the full crafting table to do this, but I'm going to drop 3 of my coal, and I'm going to drop, just kidding, I'm going to get some more sticks. And let's do 4 coal, because you always need torches, right? This will just take whatever you have. There we go. And now I have 16 torches that I can use. I'm going to go ahead and put a torch right here on top of our crafting table so that we can always find our way back to our bed. There we go. We've got our iron, and we've gotten another advancement. Acquire hardware. So you can see we got Stone Age, getting an upgrade, which was getting our second pickaxe there. Sweet Dreams. CD Place was planting the seed and acquiring the hardware. And actually, if you want to see what these are, and some people use this as a way to kind of a roadmap to get through the game, you can go here to advancements. Some of these, there's actually more tabs that aren't even unlocked at this point, but here's some more tabs. Basically, we're following mine stone, pickaxe, smelt iron pickaxe is on here, bucket, some other things. We've gotten sleep in a bed. There's a few different things in here. And so people start kind of figuring out the world and what they can try using those advancements. And so that might be something we do in this series as well, is just spend some time every once in a while, maybe getting an advancement that we have never gotten. Because some of them are a little obscure and, there's no reason to to get them unless you kind of go out of your way to get them. We also see another ore here, which we'll probably deal with later. I don't need it right now. It's not really useful for tools. But this is copper ore right here that we could mine. To mine iron and to mine copper, you have to have at least a stone pickaxe. Some of the things we'll find out later, you need iron or you need diamond to mine. So beware of that. If a block is taking a really, really long time to mine with your iron or your stone, good chance that you're maybe not supposed to be mining with that. So let's look down here. We've got dolphin, we've got a thing, but guys, we have a bucket. And I forgot my crafting table up here. I could walk all the way back here and craft, which I'll do. I have a bad habit. I don't know about you. I have a really bad habit in my worlds of leaving crafting tables kind of everywhere. But we're going to make a bucket. Another item you can make with 2 iron is shears, which is actually very useful if you have sheep, because you can get the wool from the sheep without killing them. And so you can begin to use wool blocks for different things as well. But we're going to make a bucket because in order to move water from one place to another, aka getting water up here for the farms, we're going to need this bucket. So let's head down here and look for the best way to get down here without having to like swim a long way and jump back. All right, right here. Boom. And let's go ahead and touch the water, and we've unlocked new recipes. Specifically, it's kind of funny. The recipe for boats, if you don't know it off the top of your head, doesn't unlock till you step foot in water, which is kind of crazy, but it is what it is. All right, so here, what we're going to do, check my time real quick for this episode. We are going to begin clearing the spot because we are going to make our first farm of the world. Now, we don't actually have enough seed to make it. I'll give you guys a little trick here, though. You can actually drop your water right here on the ground, and it will clear the ground for you, which is pretty cool. And you may get some seeds out of it. So there we go. That's high-speed farming. I want to count at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go over one more. So if I want to put a spot here, so that is going to be our water. One of the things that we can do over here is actually turn these planks by going 3 across into slabs. And what you can do with slabs is waterlog them, which is really nice, which means when I walk over here, this water will be here, but I can put a torch on top of it to give light to my plants, which plants will need light. And I can also not worry about falling in the hole when I'm walking through my crops, because one of the things you'll see here in a minute is when we start planting next episode is that if you jump on top of tilled soil, it will revert to normal dirt, just like if you ran through tilled dirt in a garden with shoes when it was muddy or something like that. So that is what is going on. But for now, we have made quite a start this first episode. We have coal. We have an iron bucket. We possibly can go searching for some more iron around here on these cliffs. We found sheep and we're able to make a beautiful bed, not just any bed, a wonderful blue bed. We've got our first chest of the world. We've got some pumpkins and some beautiful birch planks and other things in there as well. And we're beginning to farm. We've also got a good amount of coal, and we'll be getting more from these stony shores as well. So this series, Minecraft in 30 minutes a day, there's my timer. And we will be doing a part. Not every episode will be 30 minutes. Sometimes as the episodes go on, I may do some fast forward parts as I play through maybe some repetitive tasks and things like that. But hopefully I'll be getting these out to you guys regularly. And this is just a slow-paced, fun Minecraft series that's meant to kind of guide you, but it's also meant to see me do stupid stuff. So that'll definitely happen here in the days ahead as well. And most episodes won't be quite as informational as this one, but usually I remember my first time playing Minecraft, there was so much at the start that it was nice to have someone explain it to me later when I eventually figured out how to play. So hopefully that was helpful for you. And next time we are going to start working on this farm right after I sleep. So I'll see you guys in the next episode here, and make sure to subscribe to Josh Gets Lost to keep following this series.